our channel, become our patron. Visit patreon.com/Cycle Maintenance Academy.
Hi and welcome to yet another CMA video. Gear shifters need to be in the correct position on your handlebars. This is so that you can access the levers and change gears with maximum efficiency. It also means that you can see which gear you have selected. So today we're going to have a look at how to adjust the position on flat bar gear shifters. But before we begin, as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Okay, are you ready? Then let's begin. There are 4 common types of shift levers. Twist shifters. These shifters are operated by turning the main body using the index finger and thumb. They sit in front of the brake lever, tied against the grip. On Shimano Revo Shift, the gear numbers are shown in a window on the stationary part of the shifter. On non-Shimano shifters, the numbers are usually on the shifting section and the gear selector is on the stationary part. SDI levers. These shifters are integrated with the brake levers. The position of the shifter is governed by the position of the brake lever. The gear selector shows numerically which gear you are using. Trigger shifters. These type of shifters may have 1 or 2 levers and are clamped behind the brake levers. Electronic shifters. These shifters are controlled with thumb-operated buttons. An electronic message is sent to the derailleur or motor unit, which allows it to change gear. How to adjust the gear shifters side to side. If you have trigger shifters or SDI shifters, first sit on your saddle. If necessary, lean against the wall or get a friend to hold your bike. Put your hand centrally on the grips in the position that you would ride. Put your thumb onto the lower trigger. The pad of the thumb should fit comfortably on the trigger and the wrist should roughly stay in the same position. If you have to bend the wrist to one side, then the shifter is too close and changing gear might be uncomfortable. If there are any accessories close to the shifters, such as a bell, lights or reflectors, then move them a little bit closer to the stem. Locate the clamp bolt. Hold the shifter with one hand, undo the bolt, and move the shifter to the desired position. Retighten the bolt. If necessary, repeat the process until you are happy with the position. If you are unable to reach the lever at the back with your index finger, then the shifter is too far away and you may not be able to shift to the higher gear. Locate the clamp bolt and undo it. If you have trigger shifters and the brake lever stops it from moving, then undo the clamp bolt on the brake lever. Move the shifter to the desired position and retighten the bolt. Tighten the brake lever clamp bolt. Check the position of your shifter and, if required, repeat the process until you're happy. How to adjust twist shifter rotationally. Put your hands on the grips and twist shifters in the position that you would ride. If you're unable to clearly see the gear number in a window for Shimano twist shifters, or which gear the selector is pointing on non-Shimano twist shifters, then the shifter is not positioned correctly. First, undo the brake lever clamp bolt slightly. Sit on the saddle. Hold the shifter in one hand and undo the clamp bolt. Rotate the shifter up or down so that the window or the numbers are clearly visible. While still holding the shifter, tighten the bolt. Now move the brake lever closer to the shifter and tighten the clamp bolt. How to adjust trigger shifters rotationally. Put your hands centrally on the grips and put your thumbs on the shifters. The wrist should stay in the same position. If you have to move your wrist down for your thumb to reach the shifter, then the trigger is too far forward and needs to be brought back. Undo the clamp bolt and turn the shifter towards you. Retighten the bolt and check your wrist position. If necessary, repeat the process until you are happy with the position. If you have to move your wrist up to reach the shifter, then the trigger is too far back and needs to be moved forward. Undo the clamp bolt and move the shifter away from you. If the shifter won't move far enough, then it could be that your brake lever is pushing against the shifter and also needs repositioning. If this is the case, then undo the brake clamp bolt so that it moves. Set your gear shifter and brake at the correct position. You can now retighten your shifter and, if necessary, your brake lever. Check the position of your wrist and, if required, repeat the process until you're happy. Now is a good time to check the position of your brake levers. We have a video here to help you with the process. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let us know in the comments below how you got on adjusting the position of gear shifters on your bike. Thanks!